Zodiac Sign, Ford Taurus, by E.S. Wynn. She is the woman of my dreams. She's the kind of woman you kiss and can't break away from. The kind of woman whose lips are so soft, so sweet, so eager and passionate that you find yourself lost in her arms, her caress, her light, until the sky itself turns blue-golden, brightens majestically into summer brilliance. She's the kind of woman you love after the first kiss, propose to after the first date. She's the kind of woman you remember and never forget, no matter what ages or aeons of silence pass between you. She's the kind of woman that inspires men to paint, build castles, or rip the hot chords of power ballads across the strings of snarling electric guitars. She's the reason I write, the reason I haven't done something suicidal like selling everything I own and joining the army. She gives me fire. She gives me purpose. And it's enough. It's more than enough. It's exactly the boot in the ass I need to keep moving. There's a picture of her that I remember. A sticker peeled and faded by sun, stuck to the dashboard of a Ford Taurus I don't drive anymore. A Ford Taurus hauled off years ago as scrap salvage. The only evidence of her face on the dash of that car is in a wrinkled picture I've lost, a wrinkled picture I'll never show her. It's enough that I knew she was coming, enough that I told her of the dreams, the images of her and I standing in a field, knowing what we had was love. It's enough that the miracle car that carried me through 5 years of mistakes in college is like a monument to her, an altar inscribed with her likeness, a pin-up Valkyrie with the same sunglasses, the same cascade of smooth, obsidian hair. I always used to say that my zodiac sign was Ford Taurus, that my Scottish clan was MacDonnell Douglas. Got a laugh out of people, but it meant something too. It was a stand-in, an anchor and a facade, something I could cling to in the storm of scrutiny and credential carding that comes with fair folk and red hair, a word dream that gave me the strength to persist. I am a Taurus, strong, dependable, not fast but steady. My clan is McGregor. If you're a Campbell, I'm supposed to hate you. I'm also supposed to hate the English for making the existence of my clan illegal. But not my own clan, for selling families like mine out to the Irish as warriors because we had Norse bloodlines, because we were different. Some things never change. I still get migraines, huge, vicious cluster tension headaches that spike through my neck and into my skull with such violent ferocity that they leave me twisting and desperate, clawing blankets, cold bedroom floor, grinding teeth against the tiny whines and the unstoppable tears. Give me a broken bone over a migraine any day. I know. I've had both too many times before. I figured I was free once I found her. She was like the light on the horizon, the golden gleam of utopia, the promise of greener pastures and flowers, a heaven free of pain, a vista of phoenix beginnings among the ashes of the world I'd been thrust into because my parents couldn't keep their lust contained. I figured that once I found her, once I met her, saw her, kissed her, life would open itself to me. I would blossom. I would become everything I've ever dreamed of. I would become athletic. I would become famous. I would become a golden, unstoppable god. I would make enough money to justify my uncle's statement that I was going to be the family's first millionaire. That's why I put her picture on the dashboard of my Ford Taurus, so no matter what kind of shit I drove through, I'd remember that her light was out there, just over the horizon, a phoenix glimmer shining in from the future. My father always used to say that things always looked greener on the other side of the fence. Just a hop, skip, and a jump from the sewer pond. With her, there is no sewer pond. But there's no rebirth into brilliance either. This future isn't the future I imagined, just another field with another fence to look toward. There's no city of gold, there's only her. Only the glow of our scant, wonderful moments together, so rare they feel almost stolen. She is priceless, incredible. The wind beneath wings I think sometimes are too broken to fly. She is heaven embodied. Everything I could ever hope to discover in a woman and more. She is a balm to my wounds in this hotter, fresher, keener hell that I've risen into from the womb of university. She's the kind of woman you'd give your life to drag back to shore. The kind of woman you'd gladly cling to if the ocean were to sweep up and wash you both out to sea. She's the kind of woman you dream you might be lucky enough to see first thing after you've been hurled through the windshield of a speeding car. The kind of woman whose arms you'd gladly die in, whose eyes you'd gladly take as the last thing you see before the end. Together, we are radiant. Together, we are whole, brilliant. Sometimes I like to think that this brilliance is infectious. That if we just go places, see people, kiss passionately in coffee shops and on subway platforms, it might give people hope. A light on the horizon, like the sticker on the dash of my Ford Taurus. But the world around us is so dark, so damn dark. I feel like a tiny star with her, a fluorescent pinprick in an oppressive, empty universe where everything is possible, but nothing manifests. I feel as incongruous with our world as two angelic lovers kissing in the middle of a barren nuclear wasteland, the glimmer of hope in a hellhole of human consumption so packed with trash and bullshit that it can't help but collapse under its own weight. I feel transhuman, post-human, something better, something more caught in a too human, animalistic world. Why did I ever pick up Storm's books? What compelled me to read them? Hundreds of pages of them. Why do I keep going back to them? It's not just the beauty of her words, the poetry she seals like succulent essence into the meat of every sentence. It's because even at my highest point, I can't seem to shake the feeling that we're living at the edge of the apocalypse, at the edge of the point where humanity's waste finally collapses in on itself. Storm's books give me the hope that something greater might rise out of the endless, rotting shit. Something less like the crawling rat mob of society, scrambling all over one another for the singular salvation of a mealgasm, and more like a brilliant column of life, an intelligent seed just waiting to unfold, to blossom, and carry away the filth, the greed, the disease, in a tide more real than biblical. My generation is the new lost generation. We were all promised such bright and brilliant futures, but in the end, the only future that seems ready to receive us as we are pushed along the birth canal of an ailing education system is a plague-ridden wasteland of starvation and student loans. The jobs that we were promised, the jobs we've studied for, the jobs we sold decades of our life for are all gone, dried up. All that's left are service jobs, necessary, unglamorous positions will never work because they don't pay enough to feed us, because they wouldn't hire us, even if we applied. For me, Storm's books are a light on the horizon, a distant glimmer as brilliant as the woman I love, the sticker on the dash of my Ford Taurus. Aldea. That's what I used to call my Ford Taurus. That was the name I gave to the woman who haunted my dreams night after night, kissed me in the middle of an endless field spotted with dandelions, and told me that she loved me. Same number of letters, same number of vowels, 3 of one, 1 of the other. Desiree. That's what I call the woman I kiss each morning when I wake up. That is the name of the woman who haunted my dreams night after night, kissed me in the middle of an endless field spotted with dandelions, and told me that she loved me. That's the name of the woman who I lay next to in the night, dream next to, breathe next to, reach out and caress, loving, needing being. As one we form a song, you and me. We can do anything. I sing the song, and as the words leave my lips, I know that they are true. Together, we can do anything. She is my light in the darkness, my armor of God. When I see her smile, the soft lines of warm, beautiful lips, I know that I am hers as well. She's the kind of woman who doesn't flinch at firearms, the kind of woman you could take to the dump, hand her a rifle, and grin while she snipers rats from the crest of a garbage mound. She's the kind of woman who stands strong under pressure, the kind of woman who doesn't cave to stress, to tension. She's the kind of woman who waits patiently outside the shower while you shit yourself, shake loose a stream of vomit which mixes with the hot water because you're terrified you're going to fail and dash the hopes of everyone on the sharp rocks of some unknowable question, some unforeseeable challenge still impossible to predict. She's the kind of woman who would give anything to see you happy, who gently silences you and caresses your cheek when you say you would do the same. Is there hope for greatness in this life? Is there hope for greatness in anyone's life? Is success a privilege given or earned? Is there something beyond this wasteland, something beyond this worn-out, skipping film reel of a sunken techno-apocalypse no one saw coming? Or is there only us? Is there only this light, this brilliance, this bond? I don't know if the seed of self will ever blossom. I don't know if the greater masses which shuffle from day to day without question or purpose will ever look up to see the stars, decide themselves to glow, or if life will continue on this way forever, a pastiche of a pastiche of a pastiche that at some point was a middle class, middle-aged, mid-month, middle existence. We pine for such certainty in life, but when we assume it, when we look into the future and see only sameness, repeats of repeats of repeats, there's a certain sense of dread that sets in. The cold feeling of staring into the eyes of a man with a gun, sweat beating on his balding head. Death lives within us. It never leaves, and like an unwanted draft in a lonely house, it whistles through the fabric of self, a reminder that there is only so much time in which we can suffer, only so much time in which we can love, and only so much time in which we can lie. This selection is from E.S. Wynn's book, Cinder Block Houses. You can find out more about Cinder Block Houses and other Thunderoon publications at Thunderoon Publishing's main site, www.thunderoon.com.